This is the Wizard News. Chicago's 18-mile lakefront is adorned with nature, planned gardens, restored prairies, bird and animal habitats, the Lincoln Park Zoo, the Notebaert Nature Museum, the South Shore Nature Sanctuary, the Chicago Lakefront Trail, the museum campus, and hundreds of mature trees and other plantings. Recent plans to privatize Chicago's lakefront have been met with opposition from communities relying on this natural mecca for precious green space. Advocacy groups pushed back against TGR Design installing a PGA Golf Course in Jackson Park while cutting down 2,106 mature trees. A Pat Quinn-sponsored set of 7 advisory referenda voting against an additional land grab and expansion of the Bears Stadium caused the Hellis family to reconsider other, less nature-filled alternatives for their stadium expansion plans. A lasting solution that would protect and preserve the Metro Chicago lakefront would be a Chicago Lakefront National Park. Supervised by the National Park Service, the Chicago Park District would continue to maintain the public park lakefront acreage. As a national park, Chicago's lakefront would be protected from for-profit and other entities seeking to use its resources for their financial gain. PM 2.5 air levels pose a threat to human health and increase the incidence of asthma and heart disease. Urban areas have a high concentration of PM 2.5 because of the large amounts of emissions from vehicles and factories. Broadleaf trees can absorb and store PM 2.5. During worsening climate change, the mature tree canopies that are in the lakefront parks sequester CO2, SO2, and PM 2.5, while providing significant amounts of oxygen. A Chicago Lakefront National Park would protect park tree canopies from being cut down. A Chicago Lakefront National Park would be maintained by the National Park Service, who is primarily funded by Congress through both the annual appropriations cycle as well as some mandatory funds. This would result in much-needed repairs to many of the present park buildings and structures. It would free up funds for park programming and services. A Chicago Lakefront National Park designation would protect all species of birds and other wildlife presently in the lakefront parks. A Chicago Lakefront National Park designation could encourage the former Southworks United States Steel site, now a vacant brownfield site, to be transformed into an extension of Chicago's legendary lakefront parks. All national parks must be nominated to be formed by the communities they serve. One way to represent the public's viewpoint is by running an advisory referendum in a public election, such as, shall the City of Chicago support the nomination of a Chicago Lakefront National Park consisting of all of Chicago's park and public lands adjacent to Lake Michigan? While advisory referenda are non-binding, they could represent the voices of people who live in the communities that enjoy the Lake Michigan lakefront areas. Illinois is one of only 16 states in the United States that does not have a national park. Sources: Northwestern University Law Review, WTTW News, Harvard.edu, National Park Service, National Park Foundation, and Preservation, Chicago.